Okay, now we're starting Unit 2. So that was a long first unit. We cut it in half, so there was a Unit 1, a Unit 1B. Now we're finally moving on to Unit 2, which is about inequalities. I know last semester students kind of enjoyed this. They thought it was easier than the first unit. So hopefully that's the case. Just start out right though and try to really understand the foundation of it. So this first lesson hopefully is not too in-depth for us. It's just kind of basic stuff that just notation basically is the way I think. Like how do we write this? How are we supposed to put this down? So our learning targets are I can determine whether a given number is a solution to an inequality. Remember, inequality just means not equal to. We've been doing equations with equal to. Now we're going to say it's not equal to it. It might be greater than, it might be less than, and it might also be equal to along with greater than or less than. And I can find and show all solutions to an inequality. So first off, find the solution to the following equation. When in this guy here, if I said solve it, we're looking for any number that makes the equation, in this case, makes the equation true. Okay? So in other words, the left side of the equation is equal to the right side of the equation when you plug the number in. So on this one, if I was to solve this guy, you would add 4 to both sides. So if I add 4, I'd get 3x equals 15, divide by 3, x is 5. What that means is, if I plug a 5 in, does that equal 11? So 15 minus 4 does equal 11. So that's how we decide whether or not it's a solution. What about inequalities? So the prefix in means not. So it means not. So therefore, inequalities mean not equal. Okay, so here's our 5 symbols we're going to use. Okay, here's the 5 symbols. The first one, we always read left to right. Okay, so if the bigger side is to the left, that means that side is greater, so greater than. This one then means less than. When it has a sign underneath it, or a line underneath it, that means greater than or equal to. So up here we said not equal. It could be kind of equal. It's just not just equal to. It's going to be more than, less than, along with it. So this one would be less than or equal to. And this guy here, don't use it as much, but this is the file, it's just not equal to, which means it's anything but that number. Okay. So if a solution to an equation is any number that makes the solution true, a solution to an inequality is any number that makes the inequality true. So we're looking for any kind of number. So this is not just one solution. A lot of these up here, like 5, is the only number that makes this work. There's no other number you can plug in to make that work. But we get to these guys, there's going to be more. Okay. So the difference is that with an equation, there is one solution, while with inequalities, there's going to be infinitely many. It's going to be infinitely many solutions. Okay, so just at the bottom here, just some questions. So circle the ones that are solutions. Is 6 greater than or equal to 9? Nope. How about 13? Yes, 13 is. How about negative 25? No, that's not greater than 9. How about 9? Is that greater than or equal to 9? And it is. It's equal to. So that does get included. Okay. Keep going here. This guy, be careful how it's read. This is saying that 6 is greater than that number. I think it might be easier to switch that. If we completely switch the order, h is less than 6. So if you switch everything, put h first, put 6 last, and then change the sign. Notice it's pointing at h. It's pointing at h. So is 2 less than 6? Yes. Negative 18, is that less than 6? Yes. Negatives are less than positives. 15 less than 6? No. Is 6 less than 6? No, it's equal to. And there's no line underneath this one, so it won't work. These guys down here, let's go a little bit faster here. -9, would that make this true? Okay, so this one's kind of a lot of work to do here, but I'm going to plug it in. So -9 squared, notice I put in parentheses, -9 times -9 is a positive 81. So don't put that in a calculator. A lot of people put it in the calculator and then they type it in wrong and they get the wrong answer. So just think, negative times negative is positive, 9 times 9 is 81. So is 84 less than 28? No. Now let's plug in 3. 3 squared plus 3 is less than 28. So is 9 plus 3 less than 28? Yeah, 12 is. So I'd circle that guy. Here I've got -5 squared plus 3. Is that less than or equal to 28? So this would be 25. Again, negative times a negative is a positive. 3. Is 28 less than or equal to 28? Yeah, it's equal to. And the last one, so 6 squared plus 3, is that less than or equal to 28? 36 plus 3 is going to be more than 28, so that's not. Okay? So, yeah, that's kind of the idea. So notice I want to show all the numbers are larger than 7. I don't want to list them. I don't want to put 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, by the way, 8.5, 8 1/4. It would just take forever to list them all. So instead, I'm going to graph them on a number line. So I'm going to slap 7 right there in the middle. 7 is not included. So I put an open circle there. Because 7 doesn't quite work. But 7.1, 7.2, 8, 9, 10, so all these numbers just the right of that would work, so I would shade this way. Okay, so I'm shading, some people, I squiggly line, I just put an arrow. So any of these numbers, okay, so pick a number larger than 7, you know, say like 22 is way over here, 22. Is 22 larger than 7? Yep. Pick a number on the left side, over here is 6. Is 6 greater than 7? No, it's not shaded either, so it wouldn't count. This guy here, there's 1. On this one, 1 is included, so I'd put a close circle. I'm shading over the 1, and I'd shade anything to the left, because anything less than that would be a solution. You know, 0, -1, -2, those are all solutions. Okay, so notice the difference. When you use an open circle, or when do you use an open circle? It's when it's greater than or less than. So no equal to means open circle. We use a closed circle when it's greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, because the equal to part means that's included. Okay. Don't use shortcuts. Okay. Don't use any shortcuts on this. You really need to think about your answer. Make sure you have your answer down and double check it. Pick 1 or 2 points on the line and make sure it makes it true. So show all the solutions in inequality. So here we go, -4, that's the number of interest. Is -4 included? No. So open circle. And then I want all the numbers less than that, so I shade to the left. This one here says 82 is larger than B. I think it's easier to just switch it right now. Always have the variable first. I'm going to put the variable first, the number second, and now make sure the arrow is pointing towards the left. It's pointing towards B, so keep it pointing towards B. So here's 82. Line underneath means closed circle. Anything less than that, so go to the left. And this guy here, same idea. Switch it, H, -5. The arrow should be pointing at the -5. So any number larger than -5. -5 is not included, but anything larger than that should work. Okay. Now we've got some, we're going to translate a sentence into an inequality. That's where some people get stumped on when we put words to it, but just remember, go slow and think about it, and when you're done, check it, see if it makes sense. So to do well on a test, you should spend at least 45 minutes. So 45 minutes is the breaking point, the number of interest. If I need to spend at least 45, are we saying more than 45, or are we saying less than 45? So if I say at least, I mean more than 45. Now, would 45 be at least 45? Yes, so it's included. So it's going to be greater than or equal to. So any number larger than or equal to 45 would meet that criteria. So at least means that or larger. Whereas number 2, the car can go at most 120 means up to that. So at the very most 120. So 120 is included, but it's going to be no more than that. So it's going to be less than. So you can put X, N, M for miles per hour, S for speed, whatever variable you want. It really doesn't matter. The next one, here's a picture. Okay, the number of interest is -1. It's a closed circle, so it's going to be equal to. Now, am I doing the numbers less than -1 or the numbers larger? I'm doing the ones less than. So the number less than -1. Okay. And then the last guy here, -3 is the number of interest. It's an open circle, so no equal to. I'm doing the numbers larger than, so I want the ones greater than -3. All the ones that are greater than. Okay. So yeah, that's just kind of introductory lesson, just to the notation and how to interpret. So you got a Math Excel assignment that goes with this, and do your best.